QB, Vail, Colorado.
All right, thanks for joining us. After falling to Colorado Academy on the road in Denver, Vail Mountain School Soccer was looking to turn things around at home against Roaring Fork. VMS, sitting at 5-3 on the year and down a few starters to illness and injury, hosted the Roaring Fork Rams, who were undefeated on the year. Around the 10-minute mark, Go Rangers working together to move the ball around on the Rams side of the field. Ball goes to Winston Pillsbury, who lets it fly and connects to give Vail Mountain School the lead. Roaring Fork will try to get on the board, but Vail Mountain School will hold them off. 1-0 is the final. Head coach Kevin Ives joined us for post-game chat. Vail Mountain School just picked up their 6th win of the season. They knocked off Roaring Fork 1-0. Coach, probably not the most thrilling win of the season on the schedule so far. Only 1 goal on the game, but what did you like from your team today?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I liked is how together we played. Coming out to it, we had a lot of players sick, kind of COVID or illnesses going around. We had a few players game time decisions in terms of injuries that we decided not to play. So it was a great opportunity for some of our younger players to step up, play some quality minutes. Kind of the mantra going into it was we know we have the offense to score, so we were coming into it a little more defensive minded, trying to shore up and shape up our defense. So just proud that we got the clean sheet and really pleased with how they played.
Okay, and if you could, walk me through some of those injuries y'all are seeing right now. I mean, you just mentioned COVID, a little illness, little injuries. How are those guys doing right now?
You know, they're doing all right. We kind of knew building the schedule, this 4-game stretch was going to be really tough. And then just in the month of September, we have 10 games in 30 days. So, that's just, it's a lot of demand on their bodies, things like that. So, we're hoping to get some of these guys back next week, just trying to get them a little rest heading into the weekend, let them get their legs, get some treatment. And then hopefully we're a little more healthy rolling into Tuesday against Summit.
Okay, and a tough matchup on Tuesday against Colorado Academy. You always tell me that you use that school as a measuring stick. You took the L, 3-7, but not a bad game overall. What did you like from your team in that matchup?
Yeah, there's a couple things. I mean, we started talking to our team about breaking down the 40-minute half into 4 10-minute games. So, really pleased. We jumped out on CA 2-0. We were up 2-1 at the half. And as they, as most state champions do in 3A, they responded, came out guns a-blazing. We weren't necessarily ready for it, and by the time we stabilized and restructured, it was a little bit too late. But again, just super pleased with how they played. I think we played 60 minutes of quality soccer and just, 20 minutes of things that we can clean up and things that we can learn and improve on.
And your man right here with us behind the camera, Pillsbury, excuse me.
Yeah.
Only goal today on the game. What did you like from his performance overall in that first half?
Yeah, I was just telling Winston as we were walking over here, just super proud of him stepping into his own as a player, starting to find his voice as a team, as a sophomore, taking more of a leadership role. And then the thing that I told him too, as players continue to develop, being able to play multiple positions, whether if that's striker, playing on the wing, dropping back into the center mid, which he did all 3 today. So just really pleased with his growth and his dedication to becoming a better player.
Okay, and you got a couple days to focus, on practice before your next matchup Tuesday with Summit. They've probably not had that season that they've really been hoping for, 6-6 on the year, a lower caliber school in 3A, but they have that depth because there's more bodies at that school. What do you need to focus on entering that matchup with Summit?
Yeah, I think, first thing is just focus on us. I think we have the skill to compete with really anyone in the state. So it's just shoring up things defensively, making sure we stay organized as a team. Summit, we're not taking them lightly. We play them every single year. We know what they have. They got off to a slow start, but a lot of their losses are really close games against really strong opponents. So we know that they're going to be really formidable. And it's one of our last home games for a while. So we're just looking forward to having one of our last home games, enjoying hopefully a little yellow aspens on the mountainside, and then we'll finish up the season from there.
Yeah, it really starts to feel like fall. Kind of like, driving back here on 70, looks like the whole mountain's on fire when those leaves start to change colors. Really impressive sight. But my final question for you today
Any of those players that were out today, you expect them to be back on Tuesday?
Yeah, we're just taking it a day at a time. I think a lot of that's just going to have to go through like the training staff, things like that. We've got some more long-term injuries that we're going to kind of hopefully just manage and try to get some of these players back for our playoff push. But, you know, kind of our mantra, we have a deep team, really strong JV program. We got a lot of boys hungry, ready to play. So kind of that old mantra, next man up. And that's kind of the expectation for us moving forward.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Hey, thanks, Robbie.
Vail Mountain School picks up their 6th win of the season. Stick around. We'll talk to Winston Pillsbury, who scored the only goal of the game today against Roaring Fork. So we're here with Winston Pillsbury, the only guy who scored a goal today against Roaring Fork. Winston, how did it feel to kind of put the egg in the nest there in that first half?
I don't really score that often, but when I do, it feels really good. Like the second it kind of crosses the line, I kind of can't really believe it. This season, for sure, it's been a goal of mine to get more goal scoring opportunities, get some assists, get some goals. And I'm seeing that. I'm pretty happy, and it's just like good team win. You know, I mean, yes, I scored, but there was a lot more time after that. That we made a lot of sacrifices with our bodies. So, you know, I'm just really excited that we won that one, especially long day school.
Yeah, it sounds great. And if you could break it down, kind of take yourself back to that first half. What were you kind of thinking when you finally got the rock and just kind of kicked back, punched it in? What was going through your head that kind of drive up to the goal there in the first half?
So with that, I kind of got the ball, and I had a feeling the goal was somewhere close, and I liked that near post shot. A couple people were telling me for the overlap, and I was just like, let me get this one, and I got a little lucky. But yeah, super excited in that first half. Then we came out guns and blazing. And then we kind of fell off in the second half a little bit, but we held our own. A lot of defensive tackles that were really nice.
Okay. Yeah. Did you anticipate that your goal in the first half was going to be the only one scored today from both teams?
No, not at all. I mean, last year was 4-2, 6 goals. I didn't play in that game, so I was expecting a lot of goals this game, but it's just kind of how the game ended out. Just a lot of defensive plays and a lot of slide tackles. Just got physical, and it was good. Yeah.
Okay, and you know, as Coach pointed out, you were down a couple starters today, one being your team captain, Jack Schwartz, who I can't remember if he's sick or he has an injury right now.
Hip, I think.
Hip injury, okay. But did you feel like kind of their absence on the field today when you were playing at all?
Yeah, I felt them. They were on the bench. They were talking. Just good leadership. So I'm young, so it was nice to hear from them, nice to hear the comments, nice to hear them, like, tell me what to do, because I can always learn. But yeah, I mean, I feel like when I knew they weren't playing, I knew what the job was, and we had to do it, and we ended up doing it. So, yeah.
What do you think that kind of says about the resilience of your squad, you know, to go down that handful of starters, but then come out here, show up, play a well-fought game against Roaring Fork, a good team?
Yeah. We're a small school. We were the underdogs last year for sure, going into the playoffs. We're not going into the playoffs, but throughout the season. So we know what we have to do, and we have really good chemistry, you know, in the locker room and school. Since it's a small school, I'm with classes with them, and we have players from VSSA. So yeah, I think we know what we have to do coming into the game. But yeah, just again another great team win. That just it got a little. We had to get dirty, but we had to do it, you know.
Okay. And then you guys got a 3A school in Summit High coming here.
Yeah.
You know, Coach said, you know, pointed out, they're kind of down on their luck this year, probably not playing as well as they had hoped.
Yeah.
But he's not counting them out. What do you guys need to do to go in there and get the job done on Tuesday?
I think it's the same mindset every day, you know, like come out here on our home. Of course, it's so beautiful, and we're all so lucky to play here. But with Summit, last year was I didn't play that one either, but it was got very physical, and they're a big team, because it's a big school, and we know what we have to do, and we know we like being the underdogs, and we like that. We like going that into the game.
Okay. Got anything you want to add?
No, just super excited for the rest of the season, and wake up every day and just want more. Yeah.
Awesome, Winston. Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it.
Vail Mountain School improves with 6 wins on the season. Stay tuned for next Tuesday as they take on 3A challenger Summit High.
And we'll just keep the soccer highlights coming. Over in GYPSUM Tuesday night, things got hot as the visiting Glenwood Springs Demons took on the Eagle Valley Devils.
In GYPSUM, Eagle Valley High took on Glenwood Springs on the soccer field, and Glenwood was looking to improve to 5-1 on the year, while the home team was just looking to get back to breaking even at 4-4 on the year. Late in the game, lights come on for the Devils penalty kick. Baranbe Lopez steps over and makes himself available downfield. He'll get the pass, shoot, and it's good. Eagle Valley High improves to 4-4 on the season while visiting Glenwood Springs. Takes the bus home thinking about their second loss of the year. Ben Ruth talked with Eagle Valley's Will Gerdes after the game.
We are here with Will Gerdes, who just got the assist on the game-winning goal there with, what was that, 2.5 seconds left on the clock?
Well, I think there's 4 seconds left after we scored.
So, how do you feel?
I'm elated, but there's a lot more work to do. I think we've had like 4 wins this season, but there's a lot more coming.
Pretty hard-fought game against Glenwood. What do you guys think really kind of helped keep the fire going?
Honestly, our commitment, this was like one of the first games where everything fell into place and everyone was committed. Everyone wanted to win, and we just got after it.
Tell me a little bit about that last play there.
Well, the free kick is something that me and Burnaby have been trying to do all season, and we've been so close so many times, but as soon as I saw the clock and the position, I was like, all right, everyone move over. He's going to score right here, and it just worked out finally.
Nailed it, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Congratulations, guys, on your win. I'll let you get inside, and one more time, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one-of-a-kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
This show spotlights the latest innovations to create a greener planet. Join us next time as we explore new green ideas and present interesting green stories, and show you how some people are becoming real green.
And for the second time this season, rival schools Vail Mountain School and Vail Christian matched up on the volleyball court. The Gore Rangers, following in the first matchup in August, were looking to steal one at home over the Saints. Inside the gym at Vail Mountain School, two longtime rivals met for the last time during the regular season to settle their differences on the volleyball court, visiting Vail Christian on the hunt for their 7th win of the season, while VMS hoped to pick up their 4th. Vail Mountain School drops the first 2 sets to Christian, but determined not to give up the third. 22-24, Gore Rangers on top of the Saints in the third. Lizzie Pratt puts it into play, and Vail Christian will go on the attack. Ball is pushed over the net right in the direction of Quincy Probramski, who taps it into empty space, and Vail Mountain School picks up a set and now within 1. They'll win the next set as well to force a tiebreaker. Betty Bartok back to serve for the Saints. She puts it into play. The Gore Rangers set up Probramski, who can't clear the net on the spike. Vail Christian wins the tiebreaker to take the match and sweep rival school Vail Mountain School in the regular season. Head coach of Vail Christian, Brittany Branson, joined us for post-game chat.
All right, so for the second time this season, Vail Christian knocked off their rival school, Vail Mountain School, on the volleyball court and away this time. 3-2 was the final score. The 3-set victory went into overtime, but a good game all around. Joining me right now, head coach of Vail Christian, Brittany Branson. Now, coach, what did you like from your team tonight?
I like that we won. We played very well in the first 2 sets. I think Vail Mountain School did a very good job staying in system. We couldn't really get them out of system in those the 3rd and the 4th set. The energy was very good in the 5th. I'm glad that we were able to pull through. We had some good stats. Our libero had 24 digs, and then our freshman outside hitter had a double-double with 13 digs and 16 kills. So very happy with that. I'm just glad that we were able to pull through. I know this gets emotional, and the rival is big, so I was just glad that we were able to pull the win.
Okay, and what does a win like this kind of do for your team's confidence? You knocked them off 3-0 at home. That probably felt pretty good. You know, you swept them there. But, 3-2 here on their turf.
Yeah.
What does that kind of do for your team's confidence?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it through the game, playing together. I mean, this is always going to be a high-energy game, whether it's home or away. So there was moments that they took the energy and we tried to get it back, and it was kind of back and forth for a while. But we really tried to focus on playing together, not, going at each other's throats and stuff. So coming together, eye contact, being positive, and I wish we would have done it in 3, but it is what it is, and we're ready to go to work tomorrow and prepare for Friday.
Okay, and let's talk about the resilience of your squad a little bit tonight. You guys go up 2-0. You probably think you have it in the bag right then and there. It seems like all the momentum's on your side of the court. But then Vail Mountain School bounces back, puts up the next 2 sets. You got a tie game at 2-2. Take it into a 4th set. You guys get the victory, 15-4 in that tiebreaker.
Yeah.
What does that kind of just speak on the resilience of your squad?
Yeah, I mean, we've tried to be very good about, we've gone up 2-0 a lot, and so we've talked a lot about finishing. Like I said, I wish we would have done it in 3, but that's something we talk about constantly, is pushing on the gas pedal the whole time, not being done until we are 25, 25, 25, and we're out the door. So I think it was awesome that they dug deep and found a way to get the win. Like I said, I give a lot of credit to VMS. They did a wonderful job. They totally mixed it up at different rotations. We're really trying anything to get us to get the win, and they did a great job staying in system, getting us out of system. But I'm just happy that we pulled through in the 5th set.
That's awesome to hear. And, this is a small gym that we're in. You can hear just about every, noise, and it gets super loud in here. How helpful is that student section to have behind you when you guys are rallying back and forth on the court? They get loud just about every chance they can. How beneficial is it to have a loud student section like that backing y'all up?
Yeah, always. I mean, home and away, it's great that they traveled. We really appreciate that. I think the girls enjoy it. It definitely builds them up. We just got to be better about when we get down, trying to get that energy up and getting the crowd behind us, because I felt like the 5th set was obviously definitely the loudest. But if we could maybe carry that sooner, we'd maybe walk out with the 3-0. So.
Okay, and you guys are now moving up to 7-2 overall, 5-0 in league play. You got a tough one against Meeker, who's sitting at the top of your league right now. Is there anything you'd like to carry over from tonight's game into that matchup with Meeker?
Yeah, I think It's going to be a tough match. They're very composed, well coached, don't make a lot of errors. So I think us being mentally tough, being disciplined, and being composed, pretty much like them. I mean, tonight I felt like the third and fourth set, we lacked that. So learning from that, I talked to them about we got to really come and work tomorrow and Thursday and prepare for Meeker. So yeah, that's what I would think we just need to take tonight, is playing together, being a little more mentally composed and disciplined.
All right, got anything you want to add?
No, go Saints.
Go Saints, all right.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. With the win tonight, Vail Christian improves to 7-2 on the season, 5-0 in league play, and they will have a big testament of a matchup coming up later this week against Meeker, and that game will be played at home with that student section rallying behind them.
Staying on the volleyball court, things got hot in GYPSUM Tuesday night as the visiting Glenwood Springs Demons took on the Eagle Valley Devils. Eagle Valley would get the win over Glenwood Springs, sweeping the Demons 3-0. Eagle Valley, they improved to 11-4 on the season, while Glenwood Springs, they dropped to 8-4.
And just when you thought we were done talking about volleyball, a final game happened Tuesday night as Battle Mountain hosted Summit. The most popular sports program in the country just keeps building, going higher, higher, and higher in notoriety. Not only did Colorado football enter their matchup with CSU undefeated on the season, it's safe to say they have some new high-caliber fans.
If you had told me Lil Wayne, Offset, and Kawhi Leonard would all be standing sideline at CU's matchup with Colorado State, I'd look you dead in the face and say no chance. Kawhi doesn't even go to his own games, but sure enough, he showed up in Boulder Saturday night. CSU on the attack early. Nicolosi looking to hit Torrey Horton, but Shiloh Sanders picks him off and turns on the Jets. Sanders will travel 80 yards to the crib, and Buffs fans, they're going to start thinking this game's going exactly as planned, but the Rams came to play. We'll see a little trick play action here from the Rams as Nicolosi passes back to Horton, who will hit the tight end Holker right in the breadbasket for 6. Rams make it a tie game and will eventually take the lead. Pass from Sanders to Hunter is good, but he loses the football. It's picked up by Ron Harge, who goes 40 yards on the scoop and score. Colorado State making a statement behind enemy lines early, and then came the most controversial part of the game, and perhaps the season. Sanders looking downfield, makes the pass to Hunter. Ball never gets there, and Hunter takes a big shot to the chest area by the defensive back from Boulder, Henry Blackburn. Laundry flies on the field, and Hunter heads to the hospital. We later find out his liver was lacerated, and he'll miss at least 4 weeks. But that's not all. Blackburn and his family would begin receiving death threats for his actions. But Coach Prime would later clear the air in a press conference Tuesday, saying he and Hunter forgive Blackburn for his actions. Now back to the game. Sanders, with time, late in the first, looking downfield and connects with Xavier Weaver for the 24-yard touchdown to tie the game up. Colorado in a dogfight with in-state rival CSU. After an impressive 2-minute drive to tie the game up in the fourth, we head to overtime and eventually double OT. This game went on so long I lost 2 camera batteries and had to pull out the phone, but we still got the job done. Sanders looking for options. He finds Michael Harrison for 6. They'll go for 2 and get it. CSU down 8 will try to answer on 4th down. Nicolosi passes. It's airborne and beat down in the end zone. Colorado picks up their 3rd win of the season and their 92nd Rocky Mountain Showdown victory. It wasn't pretty, but a win is a win, Coach Prime told the media after the game.
We showed that we were resilient. We showed that we would fight. We showed that we had no surrender or give up in us. And that's a lot for a team that's fairly new. As you say, we just got together. So I'm truly proud of our men as well as our coaches and staff, sports staff, and so forth. Not happy with the way we played, but I'm happy with the win.
With the win, Colorado remains undefeated on the year, but falls back a couple spots in the AP poll as they were expected to handle CSU a little better than they did. They'll turn their attention to their first conference matchup of the season against Oregon, which should give us a good idea of how the Buffs will fare in conference play the rest of the regular season. That game is slated for Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Colorado isn't the only undefeated team in the Centennial State this year, though. Over the weekend, Air Force picked up their third straight win over fellow Mountain West school Utah State. The Falcons, they're going to turn their attention to another conference opponent in San Jose State in Week 4. Kickoff is going to come Friday at 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Staying on the gridiron, but shifting our focus to Division II football, you'll notice Mines holding their head high as the number 2 team in the country for the 4th week running. Fellow RMAC Conference school Western Colorado also on the board at 19 as they knocked off CSU Pueblo, but this means we lose the Thunderwolves from last week's poll in the top 25 as they were handed their first loss of the season from the Mountaineers. Now we'll shift gears and look at the Broncos, not where you'd like to see them sitting entering Week 3 as they have 2 losses and no wins on their schedule. Safe to say Russell Wilson played his best game of the year, though. The Broncos would hold on to the lead over the Commanders until the beginning of the 4th quarter, but slip and wind up falling 33-35.
Not going to lie, starting off 0-2 is pretty hard to bounce back from, especially in the NFL. I'm not counting the Broncos out just yet of playoff contention, but it may be worth saying that it's a possibility. We'll see what this team can do this weekend as they travel to Miami to take on a tough Dolphins team. But anyway, make sure to continue coming back to us for all the latest sports coverage in the Valley and around the state. We'll see you next time.